What's going on, everybody? ZakRC here, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the first episode of my F1 Manager 22 career mode. I'm so very excited to get away with this game, and we're going to jump right into a brand new career save. My second career save technically. I had to go at this game earlier, a couple of hours ago with AlphaTauri, but they're not the team I'm going to pick for this career mode. I'm going to be picking McLaren F1 team for this.
McLaren are a cornerstone of F1, having been part of the sport since 1966. And winning numerous drivers and constructors championships over the years. Last season they came a respectable 4th overall, with Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris securing the only 1-2 finish of the season. The talented driver pairing of Ricciardo and Norris returns for McLaren this season, and one thing is certain, they're not going to settle until they're reigning champions once more.
Alright, sounds good. So McLaren Formula 1 team, the season objective 5th place overall. And the long-term objective is to get back to the top and become Constructors Champions. Of course, we've got our two drivers, Ricciardo and Norris. Our car performance is 8th out of 10, driver performance 5th, staff performance in 6th, and headquarters quality is the 4th. So McLaren Technology Centre, still very high-tech compared to some other teams on the grid. So there we go. Ricciardo and Norris, and then Stoffel Van Dorn, of course, became the Formula E champion. He's our reserve. And here's our biography, which we won't read because we've got stuff to do. Right, so I'm going to put my name in here. I'm going to call myself ZakRC. This one, so full name Zak, surname RC. I'm going to turn off first time guidance because I've had a go at this already. And I do kind of want to jump in without all the silly tutorials. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in to the game. Right, here we go. I'm very, very excited to actually really get into playing this game. We'll get the first race underway for you guys as soon as we can. Right, so here we go. Here is the career hub. Ricciardo and Norris are two drivers there. Ricciardo 84 rated and Norris 86 rated. Part of me feels like they've maybe done Ricciardo a little bit dirty with the ratings, but of course he hasn't been up to his best this season. Of course he's just announced the other day that he's leaving McLaren at the end of the season. So hopefully we'll be able to keep him a little bit longer beyond this season should we need to. We've got our Audrey Mensah, our senior engineer, talking to us about the inbox. So we'll be getting emails from him all the time. We'll check it at the start of each episode. The Bahrain Grand Prix is in 11 days. And that'll be our first race of the series. We'll take a quick look now through all of these different menus. So of course, we've got the inbox there, the calendar, which is quite literally just the calendar, and that's it. We've got our circuits, so the calendar for the season. Of course, we'll try and get through the whole thing if we can. If I do drop off at some point, then someone yell at me and I'll get back to it. Our race weekend preparation, which we'll get to before we get going for the Grand Prix. Our two cars, we can analyse them and develop new parts over here. Our two drivers, or our three drivers, and then we have an opportunity to scout for new drivers. I haven't seen this scouting area yet, to be fair. So let's have a look at this. Got quite a few fringes. Let's sort them by rating. So Verstappen and Hamilton are on top. The highest F2 race driver is Daruvala. Where is Felipe Jovic? 68. You're having a laugh. Anyway, right. But regardless, pushing on. We've got our staff over here. We've got more car development facilities. Our board, the board of directors. The confidence they have in us is medium to start with. Of course, hopefully that'll be that'll be the lowest it goes. Our current progress in terms of winning the Constructors Championship, our current progress is we're 4th place as it stands. We haven't done any race yet. They want us to become champions by 2026. So theoretically, we could maybe do that. We've got our finances here, so just we'll need to keep an eye on the coffers over the course of the season, and of course the drivers and constructors championships. Right, so that's what I've shown you all around. So now I'm going to get forward in the calendar and jump right into the first race as soon as we can. Oh, we've got something that requires a response. We've got 3 new emails. One about key staff, another about sponsor obligations, which we can't actually go through. Have a look at them now. So we got some requirements that are needed over the course of each race weekend. So for example, just like events and obviously so there'll be drawbacks to it. So, for example, if we send a driver up to the hospitality, then their rating for the weekend will be deducted slightly. So hopefully that won't be able to have too much effect. We've got our first email that requires a response. We've had an idea for a season kickoff party to bring everyone together to celebrate the team. We need a budget approval if we want to go ahead with it. What do you think? Alright, so it's going to cost $10,000 by the looks of it. We've got 27 million, so I think we'll be like any teenage millionaires and go, you know what, $10,000 party isn't anything. And plus, it improves driver and staff morale, so that's definitely important as well. Right, so that's that job done, and I'll keep on pushing towards the race weekend. And here we go now. So we've managed to get close enough to everything. We've got one sponsorship obligation here and pre-season testing results as well. So we'll get those through in just a few days' time. I think the I think the calendar hasn't updated yet, so that's just me. There we go. Post Bahrain testing results. In terms of car 1, we're pretty much 15th all across the board, and it's it's the same sort of thing for it's kind of the same thing for both cars, unfortunately. So not looking too good. We've got our race prep here. So we'll have to look at these 3 things here. We probably won't because we're trying to get right into the racing. Now, here we go. We'll have a look now. We'll go into race weekend preparation now. Just so you guys know, I'm stuttering a bit, but I'm live commenting this as opposed to post commentary, which I always do for the career mode videos, things like that. So if I do stutter a bit, if I do just struggle a bit, then do bear with me on that. I'm considering maybe doing this series live instead of doing it as videos, but I'm trying it as a video first, and we'll see how it goes. So we've got our targets here. So in terms of qualifying, reach a minimum qualifying position of 10th of both drivers. So we need to get both drivers into Q3 first time round. Our targets: hold the fastest lap for the race. So have a look further into that. Finish the race 10th position for at least one driver is the other target. So I reckon we could go with okay, I'm going to turn this down a bit because I'm not 100% sure they'll make it first time. Because I'd like to have them make it first time. I'll turn it down to 13th place, but I feel like we can make that. Qualifying position streak and finish position streak. Finish 4 races in a row with at least one driver reaching at least top position. I think we can do that, to be fair. And then we'll have one more look at the guarantee. Reach Q2. We'll guarantee that. So, because I reckon we'll have at least one of our 2 drivers finishing Q3. There's no way both of them won't make it. Right, so without further ado, we're going to jump right in then and get started with the race weekend.
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way, it's time for another fantastic weekend of Grand Prix racing. The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Alright, so yeah, first of all, I do want to say how good the game looks graphically, just in terms of all that graphic-y stuff. Right, so first practice. Okay, in terms of practice, I reckon honestly that I'm gonna be skipping practice because I want to keep these videos nice and brief, just to really get through the whole thing, in order just to just get through it in decent time. Because I've already been recording for almost 10 minutes at this point. Both cars are ready for first practice, and yeah, so we're gonna simulate the practice session to this first one, just to we'll let them handle it, and then maybe in the future we'll have a look further into them because those sessions are an hour long, so that's a lot of practice time. Obviously, I can go faster. I can turn up the speed on, but I don't really want to do that. I feel like it's all or nothing really. Right, so we're gonna jump now into qualifying for the race. Right then, so
check. Yeah, confirm.
Right, here we go then.
Okay, so that's a green light.
So we're getting started. You know what, we're gonna send both them out straight away to start with. I'm really looking forward to seeing this. These guys going out onto the racetrack for the first time. And here we go. I just want to say how brilliant this game looks graphically. It looks so good because they've got some of the broadcast graphics in there, and of course they've got all these different ones that are detailing what we need over the course of a session. Right, so both cars now out onto the track. Norris leads Ricciardo, and we've got Russell just in front of us there as well. Right, so Norris leading the round. The final corner, Ricciardo should get a good toe off of Lando as they come towards the line now to begin the first lap for both cars in this qualifying session. Right, down towards turn number 1. Decent start for both cars. Lando all the way next to the curbs there. Through turn 2, nice line. Decent run. Look at the light bouncing off the McLaren at this point. It's just wonderful to see at this point. Into turn number 4, took that very nicely indeed. Coming towards that first split. Russell there just in front. We'll have to see what he's up to in terms of his split. He's come to the line. Both of them set green, so we expect that because this is their first run of the session. Oh, Ricciardo's locked it. Oh no, Ricciardo's locked it behind us.
Well, they've lost it.
Oh, and that is the lap ruined, and potentially the tyres flat spotted, and the team
are devastated.
Yeah, visibly
They'll be
frustrated.
questioning just what happened out there.
Right, so Ricciardo's now back on the track,
Flags ahead.
and it's now down to Lando for the rest of this
Yeah,
lap,
confirm.
at least for this first run anyway. Right, so it does look like Ricciardo's lap is ruined at this stage. Norris, though, still on its way through. The tyre's overheating already, so that's not a good thing. Coming towards the split from the second sector. We're judging ourselves against Russell here. However, I doubt that we'll actually set a time as good as his at this stage so far. Right, both of them on those decent splits, both green splits. I'm hoping Ricciardo will improve next time around. Norris now into the final corner. And running the car down towards the line. What's it going to be? The first time Russell sets 1 minute 31. We set a time that is, a half second off. That's not too bad, to be fair. And then Ricciardo, as expected, 2.8 seconds behind due to that lock up. But you know what? For Norris, that was a pretty good lap to start things off. I'm very impressed. Right, so we're gonna reconfigure things here. Daniel needs to put on a fresh set of soft tyres. Okay. In terms of car parts, no parts to replace. Setup. Okay, so traction's bad at the minute. Is there any improvement I can make to that? Okay, right. So I can't go as far. Okay, you know what? We're gonna keep to how we are. Okay, right. So we're gonna reconfigure him. And in terms of Norris, again, another fresh set of softs. No front wing parts need to be changed. Things aren't looking good for him in terms of oversteer for Norris. I'm gonna okay, I brought the oversteer back inside the optimum area. So we'll try this one for a run. Yeah, we'll fast forward here just to let them go. And now this time we're going to send Ricciardo out first. And we'll send Norris out second, so this time he can get the toe. Over the line now, good start. Norris now 10th in the order. And this is not looking good all of a sudden. Hopefully this lap will be a bit better. Although we have got that new setup on it, so have to be careful on that front. Now Daniel is good through the first sector. It's green. Hasn't locked up this time. Both looking okay for the minute. Out of turn 10. Good run for both cars. Lando hasn't improved. Okay, right. Things aren't looking good. So that setup evidently isn't working. So we'll revert to that highest confidence setup for his final run. Well, no, he's gone green. He's gone green. This could still be beneficial. Ricciardo now towards the last corner. This is definitely a much better lap towards the line, but that's still slow. Neither driver improves. Well, sorry, no, Ricciardo improves. He gets out of the bottom 5. Okay, right. Fast forward back to the pit lane. And for Lando, we'll go back to that highest confidence setup. And another set of softs. Into sector 3. He's gone green this time. Potentially positive. Lando, though, I think his lap's knackered because he had his DRS off. No, yeah, there it is, yellow sector. Okay, so but Lando isn't the one at massive risk right now. Ricciardo's the one at risk. So going to the last corner now. Ricciardo coming towards the line. Can he improve? Can he get those crucial few tenths? No improvement. It's still P15. But has the lap changed? Okay, so he's now just 2 tenths in front. Okay, right. So that is all we can do in qualifying at this point. So I think we've got to hope that. Okay, Vettel's will look his tyres. He'll make it round for a run. Stroll is coming towards the line now. Is he already on a lap? Okay, now he's on a flying lap now. Schumacher now also on a flying lap. Albon not yet. Latifi on a lap. Stroll goes green in sector 1. Vettel has just started his lap. 20 seconds to go. It's looking like now both cars could be. Stroll could send Ricciardo out. If we can get Norris through to Q2, then that's the most important thing. Still waiting on Vettel and Albon to complete their first sectors. Here comes Stroll. Fast forward now. Is it a green sector 2? It is. Oh, this could be risky. This could be trouble for Daniel Ricciardo. Into the last corner for Stroll.
Okay, Lando, that is the end of the session.
Okay, checking flag.
Daniel pit lane.
Over the line. Stroll doesn't get there. Albon is green.
Lando pit lane.
We might just be safe here, lads. We could just about make it into Q. Oh, hello. Vettel is also potentially giving us a bit of risky business. Albon yellow in the second sector. This could be scary. This could be a bad end for us. Alright, into the last corner. Wow, the last corner. Vettel towards the line. Does he knock Ricciardo out? No, he doesn't. Right, and Albon doesn't. Oh, right. Yes. By the skin of our teeth, Ricciardo and Norris both through to Q2. Hang on, no, Lando's on medium, so that's not good. Okay, right, we need to bring him back in. Alright, that's not okay. That's not a good start. Russell's on 90% tires. Let's send Ricciardo out. We'll bring Lando back in. Let's reconfigure Lando. Okay, all three about the same. Okay, we'll put those softs on. Okay, right. Yep, we'll go for it. Alright, into the final corner for Lando now. DRS open and across the line. He went 14th. How close was it? Now it's only a second and a half off. Okay, right. I think we have enough time for any more laps at this point. Yeah, I think we're done. Both into the pits. Yep, no chance. Right, so we just got to hope that that Lando doesn't get knocked out this stage. Ocon is up in sector 1. Verstappen will most likely Verstappen's gone purple there, so he could be at risk, because I feel like Verstappen's definitely going to make it.
Well done, mate. Great day.
Session's over. Ricciardo is out. Lando is not a foregone conclusion just yet. We've got a couple of guys who are green at the moment. Ocon's gone green. So we could be at risk of both cars going out. Ocon last corner. Come on. Because I know Verstappen will get it. Does Ocon get it? Ocon does get it. Oh, we're out. That's it. Verstappen's going to... He can't miss. Oh, there we go. Oh, never mind. Magnussen's out for him. Right, we're both out. 13th and 15th. Right, so both cars out in Q2. Kind of as expected, to be fair. Obviously, we're not taking part.
Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
McLaren did well during qualifying. They maximized their potential and are in a good position for the race today. We saw a reasonably good qualifying performance from Ferrari, and they certainly have a good chance to capitalize during the race. We're under clear skies here tonight, certainly to the team's relief. Now they can focus their strategy on pushing their cars as much as they can.
And there's going to be a lot for the teams to handle, so will the drivers and their cars be able to cope with the pressure? Let's find out right here at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Alright, here we go. First race. I'm very, very excited to get this one underway. Right, so Lando 13th on the grid, Ricciardo 15th on the grid. Verstappen on pole, Leclerc second, Sainz third, and Perez in fourth. Bottas beats both Mercedes cars. Alonso 8th, Guan Yu Zhou 9th for his first F1 appearance, and Ocon rounds out the top 10. Ocon and Magnussen, who just pipped us in the end. Now, hang on. I think Guan Yu must have just about pipped Magnussen at the end, because Magnussen got us out of Q2. Right, so both drivers will reach Q2, so that's our guarantee slot. We need to finish the race in at least 13th position with at least one driver. So Lando's in position to do it now, and to get the fastest lap as well. Okay, now we can't. Okay, let's do a position gain guarantee slot. Right. So if both the games gain 1 place, we'll call it that during the race. Okay, right. So they're all done. Okay, now we do need to look into strategy for the race. We'll go with Lando's first. I feel like he should be having priority because he's high up the pack. We've got 3 strategies to choose from here. Strategy A, B, and C. I reckon for Lando, which strategy will be the fastest? Strategy A is the fastest, but could be more risky. I want to go with. I'll go strategy B because we'll have that nice long hard stint. We'll stretch that out as long as we can. We'll charge at the end. And then Ricciardo, for him, I can't put him round on the car. Right, for him, I want to be going the same. Okay, we're going the same thing, but we'll pit him on lap 15, and then we'll pit him on again on lap number 44. So both of them get the chance to go first during the race. Okay, here we go. Strategy is done. All the preparation's over.
We have clear weather tonight as we look at the drivers in their grid positions. And there is Lando Norris. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. And behind them, it's Ricciardo. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. Everything's been building to this.
Here we go.
Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Lights coming on for the first race. The F1 Manager 22 career with McLaren.
And away we go.
And we're underway. How is the getaway for Norris? He's kind of even so far. He's going to try and get Magnussen on the run down towards that first corner. He's going to try and draw level, but Magnussen has to have the run on the inside. Ricciardo alongside Tsunoda as they enter turn number 1. Can Norris get through on the inside? There he is, making the move. Can he get past Magnussen? Yes, he can. Good start. Norris and Ricciardo both up places here. Now, could Ricciardo try and get Magnussen as they charge down towards turn number 4? He's closing in bit by bit, but no opportunity for the time being. But we'll keep right on the Dane as they make our way through. He's already passed Tsunoda at turn 1, so good start for Ricciardo. Norris up to 12th. And brilliant getaway. Up front, it's Verstappen who shows the way from McLaren in second place. Sainz in third. Leclerc lost out at the start, and Perez down to 4th. Bottas holding off both Mercedes cars. Gasly's past Alonso. Guan Yu Zhou, they're in 10th place now. Then it's Ocon just in front of our car, Lando Norris. Magnussen 13th, Ricciardo 14th. Tsunoda's dropped back, he's down to 15th. It's Vettel, Stroll, Albon, Mick Schumacher, and Nicholas Latifi, the full order midway through this first lap. Right, Norris is dropping back a bit. So right, let's turn things up. Let's go aggressive for both cars on this first stint.
Okay.
Right, so we need to hope that Lando can start chasing down the car in front. It's especially crucial that we can make our way up to some place in this early going. So through all different camera angles here, see Magnussen about half a second back. Short the toe, not much chance of making a move. Theoretically, he could go for it. Ricciardo's dropping back a little bit. Right, it's end of the first lap. The Aston Martin's dancing around in the background, looking to try and make a move on the car, on the cars around them. In terms of tyres, that's what we're looking for. Here we are. Right, so by the looks of it, the majority of the top 10 have a lot more warm tyres than the rest of us in the bottom 10. Ocon's already getting away. Okay, fast forward a bit now. Different speed options. DRS
is enabled.
DRS now enabled, and look how close Lando is now to the back of Esteban Ocon as we begin lap number 3. The one thing I haven't pointed out yet, I do like the fact that they've compiled so many race radio moments from all these teams and their drivers into this game. Ricciardo looking around, trying to pass Magnussen. Magnussen's not having any of it. Okay, we'll go back to stand up for Ricciardo.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
However, we will go to overtake on Magnussen. There he goes, looking for it already to the inside at turn 4. Ricciardo up to 4th place, and we'll bring it back down now to neutral. He's got back past him.
So just keep taking care. You're doing a good job.
Norris is still giving chase Ocon just there in front, and keep an eye on Guan Yu Zhou.
McLaren gain a position.
Let's watch
We
the
can take a
replay
look
of Ricciardo
now.
passing
Now
Magnussen.
just take a look at the McLaren.
Looks to the inside, gets the run with the DRS, already coming into use, and into the corner, has the position, job done. Nice and simple for Ricciardo.
And there they go, moving up a position. Just incredible manoeuvring.
And he's up. He's gained 2 places at the start. We've written Ricciardo
It's
off.
safe to say that went down well with the team.
Yeah, very pleasing to see Ricciardo. Of course, like I say, people have written him off by this point, but he's doing a good job. He's got himself up 2 places in the opening 3 laps. Norris still chasing. Let's put him on to overtake. Let's get him past one of these Alpines.
Yeah, confirm.
How close he get? Okay, yeah, he's not getting any closer. Okay, Ricciardo's being chased here. Can I back up Norris to give DRS to Ricciardo? Can I do that? Is that how it works? Can I not do that? I can't do that. Let's watch Ocon try and make a move. He's going to have the DRS wide open as they charge down the straight, but so does Norris. It doesn't gain as much as he might have liked. Down in towards that first corner. Alonso still has DRS up front. Will Ocon try around the outside? Well, there goes Gasly. What's happened to Pierre? Has he made a mistake of some kind? Regardless though, that's Norris up to the points.
Doing a good job so far.
And now DRS. Gasly has DRS on Norris. It might be too little too late at this stage. Yeah, what happened to Gasly? What's just happened?
Just take a look
Completely
at the
missed it. He's gone. Oh, he's completely missed it. He's almost. I'm not even sure what's happened there. It's just gone wide. Norris has seen this chance and dived inside. And now Ricciardo's trying to pass Magnussen again. But Norris though up into the points paying places. If you have any chance of getting it. Up further up ahead. Russell passing Bottas, and Hamilton could try and get involved in the action as well. Will he dive into turn 1? No chance. Too smart for that. Norris still holding off Gasly. Right there behind Zhou Guan Yu. Ricciardo being passed again by Magnussen. DRS for Norris. So Russell now leads this train.
That's a new race position for Haas.
Right, okay, let's go back to fast forwarding now. We're 10 laps into this thing. Hope we don't miss another overtake. Let's see Gasly. Will he go for it into turn? We see the sparks flying from the McLaren. Lando defends inside. Brilliant. And he's closed that gap back up to Zhou. Briefly. Pit window open for both cars. Right, let's skip forward to when that pit window does open. Okay, right, we're going to a fresh set of hard tyres for the last 39 laps. Okay, that's good.
Box now.
Yeah, confirm. Happy to box at the end.
Right, let's watch Norris to stop. Let's make sure Ricciardo crosses that line before we can pit him in. Okay, fresh set of hard tyres confirmed. Norris in.
We box this lap,
2.7, not too bad a stop.
Okay, box confirm.
In he comes.
A position gained for Alfa Romeo.
There we go. Good stop, 2.6. It's even faster than Norris' stop. Can we get out in front of Magnussen maybe? Yes. Out in front of K-Mag. Now, can Norris make something happen? He's closing on Zhou, who didn't have DRS. And I feel like this is when we take 8th place away. Here comes Norris towards turn number 1. He's on the inside. Does he have him? Yes, he does. For the minute, does he? Zhou still alongside. Yes!
Nice job, mate. Nice job.
And no DRS for Zhou allows Lando to get away and start chasing the pack. Here we go. This is where the race gets interesting. Let's have a look at the replay of that. That was brilliant. Zhou kept fighting until the bitter end, which I do respect. But Lando just about got the better of him. And there we go. Lando up into 8th place. 8th place? Was it 8th? Yes, it was. Lando go back into overtake mode. And look so aggressive on the tyres. Okay, I'm going to try and get him past George Russell.
And you can push.
Yeah, confirm.
Press overtake.
Confirm.
Brilliant racing this is. So we're about halfway through the race at this stage. Look at this. Let's look at this. Bottas and Hamilton going at it wheel to wheel throughout the entire first sector. That's brilliant racing. Oh, here goes Norris. Norris passes Russell. Yes! There we go. That's more like it. But Russell's still down the outside.
Yeah, it was a good job.
DRS for both cars. It's going to be dead even. Let's attack down the straight.
Stay close.
Cool.
Let's watch the
Here's
replay.
the replay. Watch this. We're looking at Lando
So I didn't 100%
Norris.
see it. He's looking into turn 10. That's a very risky move. He's managed to make it work. But Russell comes back in on the outside. Outbrakes him just enough to still stand a chance. They're dead even on the exit. DRS then deployed him while Bottas tries to pass Hamilton out front. Lando holding him off and
The
getting to head.
drivers' team there cheering them on.
And this is something you didn't see in actual Bahrain. McLaren taking on Mercedes. This is brilliant stuff. Let's attack on the hards.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Here we go. This is the one. Oh, both of them going for it. Surely not two cars in one straight. Sixth place.
Pace.
Fifth into turn one. Bottas looks for it. Did Bottas get it? Did we get it? We got it! Lando Norris up into
Lando,
fifth
nice
place.
job.
Excellent job from Mr. Norris.
McLaren have got some momentum.
Let's watch the
going.
replay though. That is well deserving of a replay watch.
Now just take a look at the McLaren.
They went three abreast from when Bottas got the jump from on the exit, and then Norris slips back on around the outside and moves up into fifth place. This is brilliant stuff. And that'll bring McLaren to fourth in the championship, just in front of Mercedes. Right, the aim now is to keep Lando there for as long as we can, preferably into the end of the race. However, I doubt we'll keep him at bay that long.
Like someone's
Perez.
gone wide there. Let's
Perez
take a
goes
look at
wide.
the replay.
At turn
So let's look
14,
at
the
this.
last corner.
There's Sergio Perez. They're way off the racing line there.
It looks like
That
Leclerc's
isn't
back up
good.
into the lead too. And Red Bull will be visibly frustrated.
And that was a bitter blow for the team.
It wasn't that bitter. Come on, let's get together. Anyway, Norris still holding on to fifth. This is brilliant. Here comes Guan Yu Zhou. Guan Yu Zhou looking to pass Hamilton. Alfa Romeo doing bits for himself, to be fair. And Norris and Bottas now getting away. And Mercedes dropping back. Alfa third in the constructors. Fair play to them. Back just drained for Lando, and this is where it all comes apart again.
We've had a car run wide.
Oh, Vettel run wide.
Let's take a closer look.
Turn number
Taking
9.
a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. Oh dear, dear, dear. That's far wider than they would have wanted.
He's gone away with it. He's kept the car
And
on the
team
track,
had such high
and
hopes
Stroll is
today.
still
What a
kept
shame.
Stroll behind. As Bottas gets back past Verstappen, has come out the pit lane. So Leclerc's now up in the lead, Sainz in second, and Perez in third. Bottas still in front of Norris. Pit window now active for Lando.
Just moved up a place.
Pit window for Daniel too.
McLaren gain a position.
Right, let's just fast forward now to the pit window
We've
opening.
just had a car run wide.
Zhou runs wide. Pit options. The freshest set of soft tyres we have. And for Ricardo, I'm going to take the risk here now. Right? We're going to double stack. Here we go. We're running the risk. However, there's a decent gap between them. Ricardo's now up into the points. However, that will change when... Yeah, that'll change when the pit stops cycle back out. Right, Norris into the pits for a second and final stop of the race. We need a good stop here to come out in front of the leaders. The leaders almost got trained. Soft. 2.5, good stop. And Daniel hasn't even made the pit lane yet, which is good. I had a feeling this would pay off.
Daniel pit lane.
Okay, so it hasn't worked quite as well as I
Copy.
hoped.
Remember
Bottas
the pit lane
helping
speed
both in
limiter.
front. I don't think. I'm assuming it's probably possible for drivers to overshoot the pit entry. That would be bad luck. They were no soft for a second there, but 2.6.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Gonna harvest DRS.
Confirmed.
There he goes. No, Russell has no chance. Good move. And that is now 7th place once again secure. Let's go attack.
100% pace now.
Confirmed.
Not much longer to go. We need to try and catch Bottas, but we shouldn't risk everything to do it. That is the delicate balance we don't want to upset.
It's a
Oh, no.
position gained for Mercedes.
No, Lando locked up. Oh no.
They've locked up and gone.
Let's watch
straight
this.
on. Let's take a look at the replay. Now just take a look at.
Ah no.
It's
Lando.
a lock-up, and that could be costly.
And it is costly. Okay, right. Well, in that case, there's no point in us trying to we're 5 seconds back, especially to try and defend from
And recharge off is okay, please. Recharge off is okay.
Confirmed.
Yeah, there's no real point in us trying to catch Russell this stage, short of him locking up too. Here comes Charles Leclerc now into the final corners to take victory in the first race of the F1 Manager 22 career mode. Leclerc wins in Bahrain over the line. Sainz second, Verstappen third, Perez fourth. It's a long way back to Hamilton in 5th place.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
Brilliant stuff. And let's get all the way back to Orlando, coming to the line. Last corner. We're going to take points on debut here on F1 Manager. Brilliant stuff.
It's a checkered flag.
Awesome job, everyone.
Well done, dude.
And where is Ricciardo? He's coming through now. Ocon's almost caught almost caught Gasly here towards the line. Gasly just gets him. Magnussen will run the last corner, having won the battle. He comes home in 13th, and Ricciardo, the second to last car of the line, just Tsunoda and Latifi to go. Ricciardo 14th, gained a place, which is what we needed of him.
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
Obviously, I'll learn a bit from today.
Right, so Norris in 8th and Ricciardo 14th as the last cars cross the line. Good stuff.
And that's good enough work from Lando Norris this weekend. McLaren showed some good stuff here today, but they'll be building on that now to try and improve their results next time.
I agree, they have some ironing out to do, but they certainly have what it takes to get there.
The end this weekend in 5th place in the constructor standings.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
Right, so that's the end of the race then. Leclerc takes the victory with Sainz in 2nd place. Ferrari 1-2 to start the season off. Verstappen rounds off the podium. Lando comes home in 8th place, not too bad at all. And Ricciardo in 14th. Bit of work to do for him. With me, I thought we could get higher with him, but it wasn't meant to be. Drivers' Championship exactly the same. Leclerc gets the point for fastest lap. And in the Constructors, we're 5th place, which is a good start for the team. 5th out of the 6-point scoring teams in the order. Ferrari sits top of the championship. There was a point where we were briefly in 4th place in front of Mercedes, but in the end we just lost out. But yeah, brilliant stuff. That was a very enjoyable first race weekend. In terms of experience gained, not much for Ricciardo, but a decent amount for Norris and nothing for Van Dorn. We might have to use Van Dorn in FP1 at some point. Cheeky FP1 appearance, as we like to see. In terms of finances, nothing coming out of driver bonuses because they didn't finish as high as they needed to. And sponsor incentives, we gain 4.4 million from this weekend. So that budget will be very important. I think to end this episode off, we'll have a look now into car development if we can. Right, let's start developing a new car part. Let's manufacture copies of an existing car part design. And let's have a look at the rank on the grid. Okay, so yeah, about 15th in each one. Let's go with the front wing to start off, nice and basic. We'll make one of those. Just let's see our first part go through. Okay, right then. So with that, you guys, I reckon that's probably a good place to cap it off. So thank you guys so much for watching this first episode of my F1 Manager series. I've really enjoyed this first racing. If you can tell, I was very excited about the whole thing. Next race will be the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in Jeddah. I'm looking forward to that one. Always stirs up chaos in the 2 races that it held last year and this year. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this series has to offer us. So if you did enjoy this one, make sure to like, share and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And with that, thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.